पुरुषं प्रणवस्वरूपम् अकार उकार मकार इति तानेकधा समभरत्तदेतदोमिति यमुक्त्वा मुच्यते योगी जन्म संसार बन्धनात् ॐ नमो नारायणायेति मन्त्रोपासकः वैकुण्ठभुवनलोकं गमिष्यति कलितं परं पुण्डरीकौ विज्ञानधनं तस्मात् तदिदावन्मात्रम् ब्रह्मण्यो देवकी पुत्रो ब्रह्मण्यो मधुसूदनो सर्वभूतस्थमेकन्नारायणं कारणरूपमकारपरब्रह्मो एतदथर्वशिरो यो दीपे प्रातरदीयानो रात्रिकृतं पापन्नाशयति सायमदीयानो दिवसकृतं पापन्नाशयति माध्यन्दिनमादित्याभिमुखो दीयानः पञ्चपातकोपपातकात् प्रमुच्यते सर्ववेदपारायण पुण्यं लभते नारायण सायुज्यमवाप्नोति नारायण सायुज्यमवाप्नोति य एवं वेद इत्युपनिषत् सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ तत्सत् श्रीरामकृष्णार्पणमस्तु
श्री गुरु श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ओम शान्तिः 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 हरिः ओम असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय आविराविर्मयेधि ओम शान्तिः 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 हरिः ओम स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। ओम यथाग्नेर्दाहिका शक्ति रामकृष्णे स्थिता ह्या सर्वविद्यास्वरूपां तां शारदां प्रणमाम्यहम्। ओम नमः श्रीयतिराजाय विवेकानन्दसूरये सच्चित्सुखस्वरूपाय स्वामिने तापहारिणे। Good morning. So with this, we are starting this new year. New year means our new session. So you all are most welcome, and especially we welcome Revered Maharaj, who came all the way, as we know, and no introduction is required. And yesterday also he told me no introduction is required. So one thing I would like to speak on. In Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan says, Shraddha mayo ayam purushaha, yo yat shraddha sa eva saha. We are what we, if we assess ourselves, we are what devotion or ideal that we have chosen, we are that. So that is why choosing ideal is very important. You can see an artist will find a group of artists, or a poet similarly. Musicians, they'll find their company. So when we see Maharaj is always searching, new information about Sri Ramakrishna, Holy Mother, Swamiji. And it comes. In this world, everything is there. Spirituality, even the grossest, physicality, everything is there. Only thing where we tune ourselves. All the radio waves and even television waves are there. What we need is to tune ourselves. So this is very important. You can see the software people, they'll find software environment. So whatever we choose, we become like that. Shraddha maya ayam purusha, yo yas shraddha sayavasa. Maharaj told yesterday a new finding of reminiscence of Holy Mother Sri Sharda Devi. Today he'll speak on the 5 Gospels of Sri Ramakrishna. So it was there, but it is his genius that he's going to gather all the flowers with all colors, all fragrance, and that he's offering to all the devotees, all worldwide. So not only it is written in English or in Bengali first, but then it is translated in all other languages. That is his genius. So whenever we see him, we see new information about Sri Ramakrishna, Holy Mother, Swamiji, or something. So we always expect. So, revered Maharaj, you are most welcome. And though he was not keeping very good health, but I was a bit afraid. He should not miss. So by the grace of Mother, he's here with us, and we welcome him. And no more introduction. You know him very well. Thank you very much.
He Ramakrishna Madhuram Tava Satcharitram Tvat Punya Nama Madhuram Madhuram Tadangam Sambhashanam Cha Madhuram Madhuram Cha Ganam Tat Kimno Yanna Madhuram Bhavati Tadiyam. O Ramakrishna, your life story is sweet. Your holy name is sweet. Your form is beautiful. Your conversation is sweet and delightful. Your song is sweet and melodious. O Lord, is there anything about you which is devoid of sweetness? Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace be unto all. As you have heard this morning, my subject is 5 Gospels of Sri Ramakrishna. Last 2 years I was working on this book. Most of you have read the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, translated by Swami Chetanananda. That book is world famous. It was translated by him, but it was edited by Margaret Wilson, President Wilson's daughter. Joseph Campbell, famous Orientalist, and many famous people. My desire is to bring Sri Ramakrishna to the West. Full Sri Ramakrishna must come to the Western world. That was my desire. Sri Ramakrishna's teachings is very sweet, simple. I shall tell you 20 reasons why Sri Ramakrishna's gospel is popular. I shall tell you later. They are entertaining, inspiring, refreshing, enlightening. Ramakrishna was born in 1836, died in 1886. He was 51 years old. He was a temple priest, no school education. He had the vision of the Divine Mother and experienced God in many Hindu ways. Then he practiced Islam, Christianity, and attained God in different religions and proclaimed as many faiths, so many paths. Religion is not God, religion is a path. So he says each path will lead you to the goal. Then what happened? Please watch the history. Ramakrishna died in 1886, and Vivekananda brought Ramakrishna's universal message in 1893 at the Parliament of Religions in Chicago. 7 years, 86 to 93. Swamiji said, within 7 to 10 years, Sri Ramakrishna's message encircled the globe. Very unusual. I shall tell you a little bit history later. Then, 1896, Max Muller, famous German Orientalist and professor of Oxford University, wrote about Ramakrishna's biography, a real Mahatman. He met Swamiji in London, and Swamiji asked Saradananda to help him supplying the teachings of Ramakrishna. I shall talk to you about later. So the first biography about Ramakrishna in English was written by Max Muller, 1896. The second biography of Ramakrishna was written by Romorola, famous French laureate. He was a Nobel Prize winner in 1928. That book became very famous. He wrote about Ramakrishna and Vivekananda. Great writer. His poetic and beautiful expression about Ramakrishna, I am bringing to Europe, as yet unaware of it, the fruit of a new autumn, a new message of the soul, the symphony of India, bearing the name of Ramakrishna. The man whose image I here evoke was the consummation of 300 million people. Toward the old range, do you know he wrote? The man is no more, but his spirit had departed to flow in the collective life, in the veins of the collective lives of humanity. Ramakrishna's spirit began to flow. Very poetic. Then in 1964, Christopher Isherwood wrote Ramakrishna's biography. He was a famous English novelist. I knew him many, many years in Hollywood. In the opening, Isherwood wrote, this is the story of a phenomenon. A phenomenon is often something extraordinary and mysterious. A phenomenon is always a fact, an object of experience. That is how I shall approach to Ramakrishna. Phenomenon, extraordinary and mysterious. These three famous English biographers spread Ramakrishna's life and message to the West. We find many appreciation and remarks of the great thinkers of the world about Ramakrishna. Now about the 5 Gospels. These 5 Gospels of Ramakrishna consist 2080 teachings of Sri Ramakrishna. which are collected by his disciples, householder as well as monastery. Ramakrishna spoke in Bengali, so they are recorded in Bengali, except the fifth gospel was recorded in English by Swami Chetanananda. What you read, the Gospel of Ramakrishna by Swami Nikhilananda's translation, 1,000 pages. Do you know what does it mean? It is only 179 days record from his diary. Only 179 days. That came 1,000 pages. 179 entries. Very interesting. That gospel has been translated into many foreign languages. This book created a tremendous impact in the field of religion and mysticism, philosophy and spirituality. A bird's eye view of Ramakrishna's gospel. The gospel comes from the God spell or good spell, which means glad tidings, good news. This good news uplifts human minds. We notice that Ramakrishna's teachings have been recorded differently by different writers. Although some of his teachings are the same, the wordings and language he used are different. Do you know how does it work? An incident took place. You record, I record, he records, she records. Each person's recording will be different. Same incident. So when you read the Bible by Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, same story, you will find some people wrote more details, some people less details. Same thing happened. When I was working on these 5 Gospels, I see same teachings, but they use different words. But each one is very important, because all are eyewitness accounts. They saw it. Very interesting. The first Gospel was recorded by a Brahmo, Girish Chandra Sen, a disciple of Keshav Chandra Sen. They are not devotees, but they are admirers of Sri Ramakrishna. He recorded 184 teachings from 1975 to 1978. Sorry, 1875 to 1878. First Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, the Brahmas. Do you know why? They have magazines, they have newspapers, they have all these periodicals. They spread Sri Ramakrishna's teachings. The second Gospel was recorded from 1884 to 1886 by Suresh Chandra Datta, Ramakrishna's one householder disciples. He recorded 950 teachings of Sri Ramakrishna. The third Gospel was recorded by Ramchandra Datta, another householder disciple of Ramakrishna, 300 teachings. Swami Brahmananda recorded 249 teachings of Sri Ramakrishna. Very interesting. And then Swami Chetanananda recorded 387 teachings of Sri Ramakrishna. Total 2080 teachings. Ramakrishna came to the West. Very interesting. How? It was in 1884. Ramakrishna was in Samadhi, in bed. Holy Mother came and saw he is motionless. He was motionless. He thought he was dead. She started to cry. Then somehow they started to rub his feet and he came back. Then he came to the West through Samadhi. That he said, you know what he said? I was in the land of the white people. Their skin is white, their hearts are white, and they are simple and sincere. It is a very beautiful country. I think I shall go there. That is Ramakrishna's words. It takes time to spread the message of the avatar. Buddha. Buddha is 560 BC. Do you know when Buddha's message is spread? After 250 years after Buddha's passing away, Ashoka, the great emperor, spread Buddha's message in Southeast Asia, China, Sri Lanka, various parts of the world. During Ashoka's time, 1/3 population of the world are Buddhists. Christianity. Christianity spread. Christianity went to England in 597 CE, Christian era, as we call it, by Augustine. And then Pope Gregory was the Pope. We see 250 years, 597 years, but Ramakrishna's message is spread within 7 to 10 years. Science and technology have made the world smaller. Ramakrishna's message is spreading. Sri Ramakrishna gave a very beautiful analogy, a simile. I have seen a boat, a steamer, passes through the middle of the river of Ganges. When it goes far away, at that time the waves comes and splash on the bank. So when avatar comes, it takes time to spread. That is the way it works. So, as I mentioned, Sri Ramakrishna came through Samadhi, then he came through his disciples. 5 monastic disciples of Ramakrishna came to the West. Vivekananda, Sharadananda, Abhedananda, Turiyananda, Trigunatitananda. Then came the next generation of the monks. And they spread. Referring to the significance of Ramakrishna's message for the modern world, Vivekananda said, "This is the message of Ramakrishna in the modern world. Do not care for doctrines, do not care for dogmas or sects or churches or temples. They count for little compared with the essence of existence in each man, which is spirituality. And the more that is developed in man, the more powerful is he for good. First be spiritual." Nowadays, people do not care for organized religion. They do not go to the churches. Some people say, I am spiritual but not religious. I am not religious but spiritual. I wrote an article on that. Anyhow. That is the modern people, that is their view. My master's message to mankind is, be spiritual and realize truth for yourself. Other teachers have taught special religions which bear their names, but this great teacher of the world, mid-19th century, made no claim for himself. He left every religion undisturbed because he has realized that in reality they are all part and parcel of one eternal religion. Now I shall tell you how Ramakrishna came to the West. It was in 1896. Swami Chetanananda was in New Jersey. In Montclair, Mrs. Wheeler was a good devotee of Vedanta. So what happened, After the talk, Swami Chetanananda showed, this is the picture of my Guru, Ramakrishna. When she saw that picture, I saw him. Swami, do you know what she said? Oh Swami, it is the same face. What do you mean? Said the Swami. And then she told him that long ago, in her youth, before she was married, she had a vision of a Hindu, and that it was the same face that now she saw in the photograph. It was Sri Ramakrishna. She said, but I did not know it until now. I was so much impressed and charmed at the vision at that time that I remember the face very distinctly, and I have been going about here and there ever since. I had the vision wherever I found that a Hindu had come to America. I am talking about in 1880s. Think of that. But I was always disappointed, not finding the same face. And now, at last, I see that it was Sri Ramakrishna. So Sri Ramakrishna came through subtle body, through dream to the Western world, in America. In 1899, Swami Turiyananda told the American devotees, once our master told us that he had other disciples who spoke in different language, who had different customs, somewhere far away in the West. They also will worship me. The master said, they also are mother's children. You are those disciples. You know, Sri Ramakrishna made a remark, ঘরে ঘরে আমার পুজো হবে. I will be worshipped in any room, any home. Then now I make a joke. Now no more ঘরে ঘরে. It is now in every pocket. You have an iPhone, click it, Ramakrishna is there. Swami Chetanananda wrote, the master told us explicitly again and again, he who was born as Rama and Krishna in previous ages is now in this sheath as Ramakrishna. Why Ramakrishna's religion is so convincing? Do you know why? Christopher Isharu's major remark, Vivekananda was a great doubter. He doubted. And Ramakrishna faced that doubt. Why? Have you seen God? Yes. Not only I see, I can show you. He never heard such thing. Sri Ramakrishna touched him, the world disappeared. What are you doing? I have father, mother at home. Oh, the time has not yet come. Again, Sri Ramakrishna started to touch his, what they bring back. He could vanish the world from the mind. He can give any experience. His touch, Sri Vivekananda started to see Brahman. Mother is serving food, Brahman. Food, Brahman. Bus coming on the street, Brahman. That is the ultimate experience, seeing God, Brahman in everything, every being. Sri Ramakrishna gives that. Other people teach religion. Sri Ramakrishna can give religion. That is the difference. Sri Ramakrishna's in Sri Ramakrishna's life can be found a synthesis of 4 yogas, karma, jnana, bhakti and raja, and the philosophies of 3 main schools of Vedanta, dualism, qualified non-dualism and non-dualism, were blended in his teachings. He lived his life at the crossroad where many religious sects of India met. He never spoke a harsh word against anyone's faith. He was so encompassing that members of every sect thought that he was one of them. His all-encompassing love and compassion transcended all sectarian narrowness and bigotry. Truly, Sri Ramakrishna's life is a bridge between the ancient and modern, East and the West. Now I shall tell you why Ramakrishna's gospel is so popular and appealing to the world. First, Ramakrishna's gospel is simple and needs no commentary or any help of a teacher. He came to make religion simple so that everyone can understand, freely practice it. When you read the gospel of Ramakrishna, sometimes philosophy, some kind of theology, you need a teacher. But gospel, any place, anything you want, immediately you will understand. You might have a very little education, but his simile, his metaphor is very vivid. Second, his gospel are full of similes and day-to-day examples so that people can visualize them and connect them with their lives. Let me give an example. Sir, could you tell me how shall I live in this world? An ordinary householder came to Ramakrishna. Oh, sit down, listen to a story. In my village, I saw a woman is making, they call it flattened rice. Here is a husking machine, somebody will paddle, and here is a mortar, and that lady changes, moves that rice inside in that mortar. And here is a pestle. The pestle is continuously paddling, and she is moving her hand. And she is nursing her baby, and she is talking to a other woman, hey, you owe this much money, you must pay. She is doing 3-4 things at a time, but where is her mind? On her right hand. Any mistake means her whole hand will be crushed by that pestle. So she is doing all these things, but her mind is there. But mother showed me this picture. And people understood. People understood every word he said. He came from his vision, how he used to, convincing way he could see. How to see, think of God. When you have toothache, what do? You cook, you clean, you vacuum, but all the time your mind is on toothache. People understood what he said. Then he said about duty, but how the mind goes. Well, here is a woman, she does her whole household work, but she has a paramour, a sweet, secret lover. Her mind dwells on him. He is giving example after example so that it will penetrate in the minds of the people. Those similes are so convincing and you can visualize. Amazing ways Sri Ramakrishna used to teach. Third, his gospel is based on truth, which is eternal and cannot be changed. Jesus said, blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. That sentence was told 2,000 years ago. 2,000 years ago. Still that sentence is correct, fresh. You cannot change it. Because it is the gospel truth. So Sri Ramakrishna's teachings are also, it is the gospel truth. Do you know what happened? One day there was a big piece of rock in front of Nahabat. And Sri Ramakrishna said, Mother, if my visions are true, let this rock move 3 times. Immediately the rock began to move. Truth. He defined religion to unite the speech and mind. That is true religion. Very difficult. Fourth, his gospel came from direct experience of God. He never taught anything which he did not practice right. In his gospel, in the beginning God, in the middle God, in the end God. God alone, nothing else. direct experience. Do you know what direct experience? I am giving a lecture on England, showing you the map. I have never been in England. This is England, this I am going to tell you English history. And you have seen England, and you are talking about England and talking about English people. There is a gulf of difference. You have come with experience, I have come without experience. But I have intellectual knowledge. And you have both intellectual and direct knowledge. That is the difference between Ramakrishna and other teachers. He has direct. That is the reason, very convincing. His gospel is extremely practical and scientific. Scientific. Western people, if the science goes first experimentation, verification, conclusion. First the experiment. Sri Ramakrishna experimented. Which works or it does not work. No, this will not work. This will work. Dakshineshwar, 24 years, he experimented religion with one-pointed mind. And he attained success after success. To practice one piece of tantra, a person used whole life. He practiced 64 tantras within few months. Unbelievable. Whole Vedanta he practiced only 3 days, gone. We are spending life after life, still we could not get near Vikalpa Samadhi. Ramakrishna is unusual. Ramakrishna came to teach religion of today, constructive and not destructive. He doesn't say believe, he says see God. You know what Thakur used to say? Some people used to go to Mother's temple and closing the eyes, repeating the mantra. Thakur said, you are foolish. Mother is there. When you go to visit your home, what do? When you, mother, the moment mother comes in front of you, do you say mother? Your speech stops. You are seeing the mother in front of you. That is the way Sri Ramakrishna function. When you go to see your mother at home, you do not shout mother when she is in front of you. So here is mother living, conscious. He experimented putting cotton near his nostril. It moves. He experimented. That is the reason Sri Ramakrishna is very convincing. His gospel is free from doctrine, dogma, creed, bigotry, sectarianism, or any kind of superstition and occultism. No hocus pocus there. Some people may not understand it. Those who are Christians go to the Christian church. Do you know what do? They repeat Nicene Creed, Apostolic Creed. That creed says, I believe Lord Jesus Christ, only begotten Son of God, only salvation is possible through Him. That they repeat. That is creed, doctrine, dogma. Ramakrishna religion, no doctrine and dogma. Free work. His gospel is rational and not based on blind faith. Let me tell you, one of my friends, he is a professor of mathematics. He is British in Southern Illinois University. He said, Swami, I love Ramakrishna for 2 reasons. First, he is extremely rational. He will not speak a single word which is irrational. Second, he has a fantastic skill to solve human problems. You go, Sri Ramakrishna with a problem, sit down, listen to a story. He tells a story and solves the problem. In the gospel you read these things, you will see, listen to a story. He is solving your problems. He said a very nice thing. My another devotee, he was getting master's degree in theology. She read the gospel and says, this book has a problem. One defect of this book. This book has an end. This book has an end. That is the only complaint against this book, the Gospel of Ramakrishna. Rational. Do you know how do the Western people go? They go with Aristotelian logic. Ye, nay, nay. Ye cannot be nay, nay cannot be ye. Aim has that same problem. He was got Western education. He said to Sri Ramakrishna, Ramakrishna said, God has form and again God is formless. How is it possible? God has form and God is... Why ye, nay, why is it possible? Sri Ramakrishna said, what is wrong? Water, sometimes liquid, sometimes solid. Water can change the position, so it is possible. Ramakrishna's gospel is universal. My throat. Aldous Huxley wrote in the foreword, what a scholastic philosopher would call the accidents of Ramakrishna's life were intensely Hindu. And therefore, so far as we are in the West are concerned, unfamiliar and hard to understand his essence, however, was intensely mystical and therefore universal. Some of the stories of Ramakrishna may not be understood by the Western world. But do you know what? Swami Chetanananda in 1960s went to India and went to villages and taking Ramakrishna's gospel stories, he went and took pictures in the villages to show the Western people that they can see how Ramakrishna taught. I helped in that project. I was then a brahmachari. Universal. Mystical things are always universal. Ramakrishna's gospel, 10. Ramakrishna's gospel is full of fun. He didn't like to be a dry monk. He demonstrated that true religion is full of bliss and fun. We do not see any picture or description of other ancient avatars that they're laughing, making jokes, or crying like other humans. But in Ramakrishna's gospel, we find that he is laughing, he is crying, and again merging into samadhi. Very interesting. I bought a book, The Joke of Jesus Christ. I did not find a single joke there. All serious things. Swamiji made a joke, some Christian minister, they're very serious. Their jaws are cemented. They do not know how to open the mouth or laugh. When Swamiji used to laugh, why do you laugh so much? Because we are the children of bliss. Such is the reason we laugh. Ramakrishna's religion is full of joy, bliss, full of humor. Christopher Wood, not Isherwood. Another side of Ramakrishna, which seems to be important, is that he had a sense of fun and that he was joyous. It is a tragic mistake that the popular idea of good person is so often that of someone rather dull and somber, someone who rarely laughs, whereas in actual fact it seems that the joy, the sheer pleasure even of approaching God surpasses anything we know. Ramakrishna's Gospel, 11, removes loneliness and boredom in our life. As we read the Gospel, we enjoy the holy company of the Master. In the gospel, festivities are always going on with Ramakrishna at the center. We enjoy the theater, music, singing, dancing, humor, worship, meditation, and samadhi. Regarding the gospel, chases away loneliness and boredom. The gospel presents us to the divine drama of Ramakrishna with various characters representing all types of people: gyanis, devotees, hypocrites, drunkards, householders, monks, actors, actresses, musicians, so on. As if it is a drama going on. We love to see drama. We love actual acting. So we see Ramakrishna is acting, and they all are his actors and actresses, the communion. It is worth seeing when you read the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. It is a holy company. You may be alone at home, but Gospel will give you holy company. Sri Ramakrishna's Gospel is for all. For the monastics, for the householders, all types of people. You can take any teachings you like. As honey attracts the bees, so Ramakrishna's pure, unselfish, divine love attracted people. His magnetic personality and sweet words captivated all types of people. Ramakrishna's playmates in his divine play came from all levels of society. He welcomed saints and sinners, agnostics and atheists, devotees and gyanis, rich and poor, drunkards and prostitutes, critics and hypocrites, actors and singers, students and teachers, judges and lawyers, doctors and scholars, among others. When you read the Gospel of Ramakrishna, you will find all these people and how he is acting, he is working, teaching all kinds of people. Amazing, really amazing. His spiritual power, selfless love, liberal outlook, sweet and simple behavior, purity and renunciation, and above all, his magnetic personality attracts all sorts of people, and they left the master to be their very own. Ramakrishna's life demonstrated how pure love, not force, can transform wayward souls. Magnetic personality. People can, Joginma says that we used to go once a week on Sunday by boat from Calcutta to Dakshineshwar. Whole week working household work, but our minds on the master. When Sunday will come, early morning we shall go, and whole day we shall stay with Sri Ramakrishna. At night we shall be back. He was a housewife, thinking all the carrying Ramakrishna all the time, doing all household work at home in Calcutta. Magnetic personality. And they used to get something. Divine bliss. 15. Ramakrishna's Gospel indicated how to remove corruption from religion, expose hypocrisy. Whether the person is hypocrite or not, he can expose it. He can see people's inside. 16. It is amazing how Ramakrishna would teach ordinary people. Here are a couple of examples. The goal of human life is to realize God. You see stars at night, but they are not at daytime. That does not prove that the stars do not exist. Very convincing. God does not exist. That is the most people think. But he gave an example. You do not see stars at daytime, that doesn't mean the stars do not exist. Practice spiritual disciplines, you will see God. How to live in this world? Let be boat in the water, but not water in the boat. Otherwise the boat will sink. You stay in the world, not the worldliness enter inside you. This is the way he taught. Very practical. When we read the Gospel, Bengali, we enjoy the freshness and liveliness of Ramakrishna's colloquial language. His language is simple and sweet. His words are clear and charming. His examples are apt and beautiful. His descriptions are poetic and graphic. His ideas are profound and meaningful. His style of conversation is original and captivating. His gestures and mimicry are humorous and entertaining. Let me tell you one thing, perhaps you will understand what I mean. How do you know how to talk? When we are a little baby, mother teaches ma, papa, ma. This goes to the child's ear, ma, ma. She watches the lips of the mother. That is called mother tongue. You with Chinese, I may learn Bengali and then English. Each mother is teaching her child differently, in different languages. That is called mother tongue. Ramakrishna learned mother tongue. Then he went to school. He learned alphabet and he learned how to sign his name. That much he knows. Do you know what? He did not learn the book learning. After mother tongue, what do? You go to the nursery school, you go to junior school, then senior school, then college. This is the way you learn other vocabulary, and then you learn and learn and learn. That is the way you get education. But Ramakrishna did not get any of those. How does he know all these things? Do you know what? Mother tongue, book language, divine language. Sri Ramakrishna learned divine language. What he said? It is the Divine Mother who speaks through me. It is the Mother who speaks through me. That is the reason it is very convincing and penetrating. Please watch how this person is teaching. All these savants, great scholars, Punjis, they are nothing in compared with Sri Ramakrishna. In the Gospel, Shashodhar, that way Punjit Ishwachandra, Vidyasagar, Keshav Chandra Sen, great orators, they are nobodies. And Sri Ramakrishna was teaching them. He did not go to school. He did not read any books. Watch this carefully. Roman Roller wrote, Ramakrishna's eye died forever. He effaced his ego completely. It was the Divine Mother who spoke through him. For that reason, his gospel is inspiring, interesting, intriguing, intoxicating, touching, captivating, convincing. So his audience would return to him again and again. You would love to hear that person again and again. Three things are vital in human life: faith, hope, and love. Watch three words. Faith. If you have no faith, you will be nowhere. Hope. If you have no hope, you will not get up from your bed. Love. If there is nobody, could you imagine a person that I do not love anybody and nobody loves me? You will be a piece of a stone, lifeless stone. How love moves human heart. That we find in Sri Ramakrishna. Faith, hope, and love. "20. All human beings of the world, knowingly or unknowingly, are seeking one thing, and that is bliss or joy. It is a gospel truth. People get momentary joy from the worldly objects which do not give permanent happiness. Permanent bliss comes from spiritual life, God realization. After realizing God, Ramakrishna began to share divine bliss freely to humanity from his market of bliss. His immortal teachings gave the taste of immortality to the masses, so they are popular. Then I quoted from Oshini Kumar Datta. He reminiscences. It is in the Gospel. I told the master that I met Achalananda Tirtha Buddha of Bodhisal. Master, well, whom do you like better, him or me? Myself. Oh, can there be any comparison between you and you two? He's a scholar, an erudite person, but are you one? Sri Ramakrishna was a little puzzled at my reply and became silent. A moment later I said, he may be a scholar, but you are full of fun. There is a great fun in your company. At this, master laughed and said, well said, right you are. I saw the master not more than 4 or 5 times, but in that short period, we came so intimate that I felt as if we had been classmates. What I saw and received in those few days has sweetened my whole life. A thrill of joy passes through my heart when I think how a grain of bliss shed from the laughter has been sweetening the lives of millions even in distant America. That is the way I gave 20 reasons why gospel is so popular and interesting and appealing and intriguing. This would be the introduction of the book. It will come after a few months. My work is done. George is now doing the typesetting, then index, then it will go to the printer. So this book will come. You will get it. In the conclusion I wrote, there is a saying, Gita Sugita Kurtibhya Kimannu Shastra Vistri Yaswayam Padmanabhasya Mukha Padmad Vinishrita. If one studies only Bhagavad Gita well, one does not need to go through many scriptures, as it came directly from the lotus leaves of Supreme Lord Krishna himself. This is applicable in quite literally about the Gospel of Ramakrishna. As we mentioned, 5 Gospels of Sri Ramakrishna consist 2080 teachings, which came from the lotus leaves of Ramakrishna, the avatar of the present age. Do you know what? Somebody was asking, suppose you are going to be banished in an island for whole life, what book will you take with you? I was telling, I want to, two books I want to take with me. Gospel and Gita. If I take 2 books, I can pass my whole life. That's it now. So, first I told you, Ramakrishna came to the West through Samadhi. Second, through subtle body. How? Look, when Swamiji was in Detroit, some missionary people tried to kill him. They put poison in his coffee. Sri Ramakrishna appeared before him and said, don't drink it, it is poison. They want to kill you. He came through subtle body. Third, he came through his disciples. 5. Fourth, he came through the next generation of monks. Still Ramakrishna monks are coming to the West, carrying Ramakrishna's eternal message. 5th, came through literature. That we are going to do. Literature. Swami Prabhupada used to tell me, where we cannot go, our books work for us. Literature. You see, do you know what was in my mind? By Thakur's grace, I tried to work. So 8 books, please watch, which we work. Sri Ramakrishna and his divine play, Ramakrishna as we saw him, Sri Ramakrishna, his divine life in pictures. They lived with God, God lived with them. How to live with God in the company of Sri Ramakrishna, see God with open eyes, and 5 Gospels of Ramakrishna. These 8 books which you will find here, except this latest one, 5 Gospels. Imagine how much information about Ramakrishna entered into English literature and to the Western world. That we are trying to do. How to bring Sri Ramakrishna to the West. Ramakrishna has the answer about our life. These colossal volumes of literature will help the readers to know every minute details of Ramakrishna's life and gospel. It is the nature of the lover to wish to know every aspect of the beloved. The more we know about Ramakrishna, the more our love will increase. Thus thinking of the divine will be divine. Do you know how it goes? How love and knowledge go together. Can you love a person who is walking through the street? No, because you do not know that person. If you want to know that person, you will have to love. And if you want to love, you will have to know. Let me tell you one thing. I gave sometimes a just common world example. Here is a handsome young man, and this girl fell in love seeing that young man. Then this girl heard that boy is coming from a rich family, inherits a lot of money. Immediately that girl's love goes up. Oh, that boy has a very good character, good musician, good athlete. The more this girl knows about this boy's qualities, the more her love goes up, 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 up. This is the way it goes. The more you know, the more love goes up. That is the way, the more you know about Sri Ramakrishna, the more your love goes up. Thank you. Jai Ma.
अवतारा वरिष्ठाय राम कृष्ण ते नमः स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारा वरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः जननी शारदां देवी रामकृष्ण जगद्गुरु पादपद्मे तयो श्रित्वा प्रणमामि जननी शारदां देवी रामकृष्ण जगद्गुरु पदपद्मे तयो श्रित्वा প্রণমামি বহু এসো রাম কৃষ্ণ নয়নাভিরাম এসো যশোদা দুলাল তুমি রঘুপতি রাম এসো নয়নাভিরাম মোর নয়না এসো রাম কৃষ্ণ নয়নাভিরাম এসো যশোদা দুলাল তুমি রঘুপতি রাম এসো নয়নাভিরাম নয়নাভিরাম এসো রাম কৃষ্ণ নয়নাভিরাম এসো যশোদা দুলাল তুমি রঘুপতি রাম এসো নয়নাভিরাম দক্ষিণেশ্বরে তব লীলা কি বামন প্রভু শ্যামা রূপধর প্রভু সাজ দক্ষিণেশ্বরে তব লীলা কি বামন প্রভু শ্যামা রূপধর প্রভু সাজ শ্রীরাধা ভাবে প্রভু কাঁদে তব শ্রীরাধা ভাবে প্রভু কাঁদে তব ধুলায় লুটাই বল কোথা নব ঘন শ্যাম নয়নাভিরাম নয়নাভিরাম এসো রাম কৃষ্ণ নয়নাভিরাম এসো যশোদা দুলাল তুমি রঘুপতি রাম এসো নয়নাভিরাম পঞ্চবটির তীরে জাহ্নবী কিনারায় যেচে প্রেম বিলাইতে ডাকে উড়ে আয় আয় পঞ্চবটির তীরে জাহ্নবী কিনারায় যেচে প্রেম ডাকে উড়ে আয় আয়। ভকত কুসুম যত আনিলে আপন সায়, নন্দন কানন সুন্দর পারিজাত, সে কুসুমে ভরে সাজি আপনি পূজারি সাজি, সে কুসুমে ভরে সাজি আপনি পূজারি সাজি, ধরিলে আপন পূজা ধরি মুখে নিজুলা, নয়নাভিরা মোর নয়নাভিরা, এসো রাম কৃষ্ণ নয়নাভিরাম, এসো যশোদা দুলা, তুমি রঘুপতি রাম, এসো নয়নাভিরাম মোর নয়নাভিরাম, এসো রাম কৃষ্ণ এসো রাম কৃষ্ণ, এসো রাম কৃষ্ণ
Revered Maharaj, we are very grateful for the presentation that you have so kindly presented before us. So information about Sri Ramakrishna is very much here. Only thing what we need, if we see outside, it is selfishness, egoism, consumerism. All these are present. We need to open our heart. Then only we can have this. So the teachings are very much there. And let us open our hearts.
Okay.
That is the message. And second, a few information. After this, please have prasad here. We have some arrangement. And after this, I'll have to go to, say, Alabama. So from 11 to 16, so we'll open our sessions from 18th. And next, that Sunday, that means 21st, I think. And after that, Durga Puja is coming, so let us get ready for that. Mother's worship will be on 28th of September. Then we have the whole year's program from 6th of October, but rather 4th of October 2025, 3 days program. And you can please see our notice boards and also subscribe to our emails, or you can just give your email address here so that we can post the latest. We need some volunteers also. Please come forward to help us during this time. So 4th, we'll have in Tabor space, and here also. In the morning, there will be worship, and most probably we'll have a session in PSU. And in the evening, we have a program from 6 o'clock in Tabor space. And then on 5th of October, we'll have day-long retreat here, one should register, otherwise the seats are limited. And on 6th, we'll have elaborate puja first, and then a short meeting of 1 hour, because 6th of October is very important. On that day, the Vedanta Society of Portland was founded. So, and then every month there will be speakers, monks will come from various centers. So please come forward. This whole year we should celebrate so that our heart is open and the resources come. And let us be prayerful so that we get the benefit of this facility. Thank you very much. Yes.
As I walk through the world, looking here, looking there, at the wonders of Maya's illusion, and I try to control all the waves of my mind, and I stumble amidst the confusion. Let me never forget thee. Let me never forget thee. Fill my heart with undying love, and show me the way. Though I start out each day with a strong, solemn vow to remove all the darkness that binds me, and I fall in the clutches of bondage once more, and the playthings of Maya, they blind me. Let me never forget thee. Let me never forget thee. Fill my heart with undying love, and show me the way. And whenever the veil is cast over my eyes, and I run to the pleasures in blindness, and whenever I stray, even though miles away, come and show me thy infinite kindness. Please let me never forget thee. Let me never forget thee. Fill my heart with undying love, and show me the way. Let me never forget thee. Let me never forget thee. Fill my heart with undying love, and show me the way. Let me never forget thee. Let me never forget thee. Fill my heart with undying love, and show me the way. Yes, show me the way. Show me the way.
Thank you, Toby. I know Toby from 11th June 1971. I know him 54 years ago.
And I know Swamiji from 77. 1977.
Toby was in the Los Angeles airport. Do you remember?
Yes, I do, Swami. And you know, that song was written before that by Rabindra, our good friend from Hollywood. And, so 55 years ago that song was written, just in case you didn't know.
Still fresh.
On the One Only One album.